Hobbity folk of the Shire. I don't know why I started it like that. Hi guys. So basically I'm just going to do a little bit of an update and a mini book haul. I've been to Paris and it was wonderful and I had such a great time with my friend Esther and it was such a good holiday. I really loved it. I'd forgotten how much I really liked Paris. There were some not so great bits. I was nearly pickpocketed on my first night. That was quite scary. There was a lot of catcalling. That was quite scary. If you've never been catcalled, I envy you a little bit because that was some seriously scary people. If you're a guy and you catcall, you're just a shit. Like that's all there is to it. Because it's horrible. Don't do it. My voice probably sounds a little odd because I have tonsillitis. Yay! Again. Yay! I got my AS results. Wasn't good, guys. Wasn't good. It really wasn't good. Which means that I've kind of had to reevaluate my life plan a little bit. Not like my full life plan, just like next 2 years of my life plan. Because I may need to repeat the year. You can probably guess that this is not the face that I pulled when I realised that. There was a lot more crying involved. Not because like I love school and I'm like, I mean I enjoy bits of school, but it was mainly just that I really want to leave Leicester. Like, I love my family and I love my friends here, but I'm done with this city. I'm good. I've lived here for long enough. And I'd quite like to leave. And also the universities that I've found places that I really would love to live. And I've probably now got to push that back a little bit, which is quite sad. It is the first day of the season in football, and I don't give a shit. But my brother does, and so does my dad, so they've gone off to watch football. Yay! No. That said, there is a special place in my heart for the BT Sports presenter Jake, and it's not anything to do with his appearance or anything like that. It's purely based on the fact that when I was a kid, he used to run. He was like a presenter on Sports Round. Like, he started off as being like a side presenter on News Round on CBBC, and then they developed a new show called Sports Round. Which was like a news round just for the sports section, and he was the presenter of it. And like, completely, like, I don't know him at all, but like, I feel proud of him for his accomplishments. Like, he's a proper TV presenter now, not just like some shitty kids presenter. Like, he's actually doing the job that he wanted, and that just like, every time I see him on TV, I'm just like, so proud. Because of all of that, I've kind of been in what I'm calling a life slump. Like, you know when you finish a really good book, or a really bad book as well, you kind of go into a reading slump. You don't really want to read anything. You'd much rather kind of just look at books, like buy new ones. Like, you're not going to read them. You know you're not going to read them for a while. But what you want to do is just look at all the pretty covers and buy some books. And I feel like I'm kind of in that with my life. So like, I don't really want to do anything useful. Like at all. I don't want to do anything useful. I also discovered today that it's possible that The Giver's not going to come out in the UK, which I'm really pissed about. Like, I'm beyond pissed about the Vampire Academy film not coming out here, and I am quite annoyed about the Giver film not coming out here if it doesn't come out here. Like, everywhere else they've got a release date, and there's no UK release date at all. So angry. But yeah, so all of that, and I'm just gonna move on to the mini book haul. So yesterday, went into town and I bought I Know the Happily Ever After. I have already finished this. I read it last night. I put it down. No. It's beautiful. The cover is gorgeous. It's wonderful. I'm not going to tell you much about it in this one because I am going to do a review of this. I didn't think I was going to like Isla, mainly because the glimpse that you get of her in Anna and the French Kiss is really shy, and I thought, am I going to enjoy this as much as the other two? And actually, I think this is my favourite of the trilogy. Like, they just get better. Like, Anna's good, but it's not the best. It's like the worst of the three, in my opinion. And then Lolo's better, but there's still some bits. And then this, it's so good. And then we went to Tesco's because food shopping is a thing. And because I'm me and I procrastinate, instead of doing the food shopping, I, you know, went to the book section of Tesco's. And look what they had for like £3. Like, I feel a little bit bad for Laura and Oliver because I did not pay enough for this book. Like, the back of the book says that this should be sold for £6.99. I bought this for £3.85. So, I feel a little bit bad because it is a relatively new book, but actually I really wanted this book for a very long time. I really like Laura and Oliver, although I did have some issues with the second two books in the Delirium trilogy, but let's not talk about that now. But I've wanted to read this for ages and I now have it, and that's great. And I also got Wreck This Journal. I really wanted some Wreck-It books because I think they're so interesting, and I genuinely have a fear of destroying my books. Like, it scares, like cracking the spine or bending a page, or like if there's a rip on the cover or the spine. That really like stresses me out quite a bit. Like, it stresses me out when my books don't match. So damaging them stresses me out, and I think this, because I have permission to ruin this book, I can kind of like, it's a stress reliever for me, is that I can just go to this book and I can find a page and I can do that thing on the page, and it'll ruin the book, but in a good way. This was the mini book haul. Wasn't very many. I only bought this one. My parents bought me these. My life is a little bit stressy right now. There's only 2 weeks left of my summer holiday. Less than 2 weeks of my summer holiday. Please don't let that be true. I don't want to go back. But yeah, so that's the thing that's stressing me out a little bit at the minute. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.